Hiya mate, so let's go into, we went over this briefly in our Zoom lesson, well briefly for about an hour, but there's quite a lot of detail in some of the bends, so I thought I'd just go through all the licks quite briefly, but just concentrate mainly on some of the micro bends and the hard step bends and the releases and the pre-bends. So let's start from the beginning. Opening lick, so it's in A flat. Starting on the 5, like BB does a lot. And then we're bending up the 6 on the high E, a whole step. And then picking it again once we've achieved that bend. That is the major third. Bit of a tricky bend. Then over into the BB box. So let's look at this bend. We bend up on the 11, so you can see from the 11 to 12, it shows the bend up here, so you hear it bending up. And then what we do, the next bend is it's a pre-bend. So we don't bend up to the 13th. We don't push up and sound it. What we do is we have to pre-bend. So we bend this up, then we push up before picking. So it's from the 11th to the 13th, and then we release, and we pick and release back to the 11. So you get this. Again, we pick this up to the 11 to the 12, and then straight after it, without picking, we push up, so it's a 13, and then release back to the 11. I think we might have done it differently in our Zoom lesson, but I've watched BB do it slowly a few times, and this is what he does. So that's the next lick, BB box. Hanging on that root a couple of times. So that's a bend we've done quite a lot of times with BB and some of the claps and stuff. So that is this bend here. It's 11, bend up to the 13, which is the major third. So one pick, bend up, release, pull off to the 9. Moving along, then we've got this cool little lick here. Vibrato, high E, the 11. And then again, a bend up to the 13th fret. So we just put our fingers right down there on the 13th, high E. Bend up to the 14th, release, pull off to the 11th. So same move as the previous bend. Then back on the 13. Then a quick stab on the 16th fret, and like dragging it off, sliding back down the fretboard. So that lick from the beginning. And then we've got this bend here, which is just a bend up from the 11th again to the 13th, to the major third. Just a bend up, we don't hear it come back down. And then vibrato on the root. And then we grab the 10 here and slide that off. So that bend, including the lick previous, And then we finish it with another tasty bend. So we start again on the 10. So we've slid off from the 10. Then we're going to come back to the 10. And then it's a pre-bend. So we don't pick it, we push it up first. And then we release without sounding it. Same bend again, but we hear it pushed up. Here you can see this notation here means you push it up and you hear it go up. Because there's no notation here, the 13, here's the 11, but we're achieving this sound to begin with. This is a pre-bend, so you get this. Hope this is all making sense. A little bit hungover, but we're battling through. Got a cup of tea at about 15 this morning. So let's go back to that lick. I didn't do the pre-bend then, let's do it again. And a quick stab on that 10, which I don't think we need that, we can finish it on the root. Pre-bend. So when you do the pre-bend, you've got to push it up and then you pick it while it's picked up. That's all you're doing. You're getting that major third, but when it's bent up here. And then you've got to mute it with your pick. Pull this down without sounding it, back up to the 13. Bend up, don't hear the release. Let's go through that lick one more time. It's an 8-bar blues, there's a lot of changes, but like we discussed, we can just treat it, we're not going outside the scales we already know or outside what we've done in previous BB jams from the Blues Master. It's just using the major scale, Mixolydian, major and minor pentatonic. You know, this could quite easily just be played over a 12-bar blues in the key of A flat. So don't get too concerned about what notes you're playing, because this is so melodic just playing it on its own. So just learn the bends. The most important thing is these bends, these little micro bends, and how, you know, BB just makes, you know, a few notes sing just by pushing up and pulling down on, you know, on just on one note on a string. Hope that helps. See you later.